I do.
Oh my God, what was
Dean,
his name?
bloody
Hello?
Dean.
It's the worst thing in the world when you're rushing to get someone up. Yeah.
Go away. Go away, Ben. He's taller than I am.
Hello, welcome back. Fantastic, good to see you.
Oh, good to be here.
You standing?
Just.
Oh, but you going to stand to do the program? Good luck.
Good morning.
Okay.
Another buzzword of asylum seekers has been.
How long has it been precisely, day to day?
I was last on air yesterday, 4 weeks ago.
Yesterday, a month, you had a month. Wow, you've lost some weight too.
I have 5 kilos. Got to lose more.
300.
Boo, rather have a bad back.
Good morning. Good morning. Today I'm back in the real studio. I've abandoned the lounge room. Thanks for all the messages and all the advice I've been receiving. It's a bit like a snake story in the bush. Everybody's got a crook backstory on what they've coped with and how to fix it. And I appreciate that. In fact, we'll come back to that a little bit later in the morning. I also want to try to fix something today, something else, fix something for a struggling mother with 4 kids, who, on what I can see, has been abandoned by the Transport Accident Commission. It's no fault of her own. She was injured in a car crash. She now can't drive anymore. Her life is in turmoil. I really hope we can fix this. It's a very worthy case. I hear about the TAC paying some weird things along the way. This one's basic, and they seem to have abandoned her. We'll come to that before 9 o'clock. I want to see if we can make a difference today. Also, I've talked a bit about Ben Cousins this week. Michael Carr-Gregg, our adolescent psychologist, has seen a preview copy of the Ben Cousins documentary, Such Is Life. One of the few people who has seen it. He'll preview that later. What I want to know, does it send the right message? Plus the grubby bus, my grubby bus that's been getting around town with a massive photo of a barely dressed woman on the side. Bit of a bugbear of mine, this one. They were taking and parking it outside schools, advertising strip joints. It's finally been banned, been put off the road. That's good. That's all ahead. Plus calls anytime, any issue. 96 900 693 13 13 32. I want to try to find out what's wrong with the DFO shops too. Do they work? What's wrong with them? I mean, why would you close shops that are working? But first, I want to mention this. On the way to the studio today, I saw the abominable snowman. I found a hen's tooth. I found what looks to be an idea in this election campaign, an idea from the coalition. And it's really unusual in this campaign to get an idea from anybody. So I started to look a bit further, and I found confusion. I spoke to 2 senior minders in the opposition about this. Neither of them really understood it. I got contradicting stories within minutes. Neither could explain initially what was going on. That's not a good sign. But basically, it does seem a reasonable idea on what I can see. It's a bit like a bond scheme. You invest your money in certain big projects, approved projects, infrastructure projects, like a rail link to Tullamarine, for example. You get the appropriate return on your money, perhaps 10%, and then you get a huge tax benefit on that income, which the opposition in government would subsidise. A 10% tax benefit for individuals, even better for superannuation funds, a bigger tax rebate. Now, this isn't reinventing the wheel. It's not particularly innovative, but it's something fresh for the campaign, and it could work. I'll explain more after 9 o'clock, but what appeals about this is it could get things built, and it could make you a quid. We'll have more of that ahead, and I want to get some direct answers because there haven't been not much detail coming through on it. But just while I'm speaking of fresh things in this campaign, what about this? This has got to be the worst political advertisement I've ever heard. Have a listen.
So what's next? Well, from the same old Labour. So what's next?
Experts suggested that the government panicked.
Reckless spending has left
tens of billions of dollars of debt,
adding cost of living pressures.
So what's next? Well, from the same old Labour.
What's next? More waste, more debt, more tax.
Okay, what's going on there? It's all upbeat and folksy, and it makes like it's selling Labor to you. It's actually telling you Labor's a disaster. Just have another listen. This is, oh, what's next? Come and put Labor in power. It's actually a coalition ad. Have a listen.
So what's next? Well, from the same old labour. So what's next?
Experts suggested that the government panicked.
Reckless spending has left,
Tens of billions of dollars of debt.
adding cost of living pressures.
So what's next? Well, from the same old labour.
It is awful, it is unimaginative, it is contradictory, it is bland, but like the whole damn election campaign, it just sums it up. 3 days to go. Hello, John.
Oh, good morning. The what's next ad that you play.
Oh, yeah, what do you think of it?
Well, I quite like it actually. But
Yeah, but what's it selling?
It's a play on one of Garrett's tunes. I can't.
Garrett didn't have a tune.
No, but, you know, when he was in his band.
Yeah.
There's one of the
Which one?
songs, and it's very similar to the. I think they're trying to play exactly on one of Garrett's tunes.
What was it? What was the? I don't think he had any tune in any of his songs, but what was his song?
I don't know. I'm not a follower, but
Well, you don't sound like a Midnight Oil, man.
It immediately rings bells.
All right, well, let's have a listen. Can anybody tell us, is this based on a Peter Garrett song?
So what's next? Well, from the same old labour. So what's next?
Experts suggested that the government panicked.
Reckless spending has left,
Tens of billions of dollars of debt.
adding cost of living pressures.
So what's next?
No, it's more like a Mike Brady Yakka commercial. Anyway, we'll see if we can. Anybody got any nominations on what Peter Garrett's song it could be? Not a tune. Please don't call anything Garrett did tuneful. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Neil. The song you're after, I think it's Beds Are Burning.
Do you reckon that ad was based on Beds Are Burning?
Well, I didn't until the guy that rang sort of said it reminded him of a song, and it's Beds Are Burning, I'm sure.
All right, well, stay with me. We'll just have a listen to Beds Are Burning a little. You know, it hurts there. I'm probably paying royalties to Peter Garrett for that. Now,
And there's probably a bit of a pun there on the fact of all the fires.
well, but hang on. Let's have a listen to the ad now and see if it any similarities.
So what's next? Well, from the same old
No?
labour.
Oh,
No.
it struck a chord with me.
Okay, thanks, Jackie.